Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Hey everyone, I'm AdamHarry from Bell Lost Souls Tabletop News with
Evan from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
And we're back with another Tabletop Spotlight. Evan,
yes.
This is a big old box. What is this?
Yes, this is Cursed Courts. Ooh. It is an area-controlled bidding game.
Area-controlled bidding?
Yes, yeah. So you're going to take your power of deduction, and you're going to find out which of the major lords are on the board. You are playing as a minor lord, and you're trying to influence the major lords, and you're betting on which ones are present, but people can outbid you and take over the spot you're in. And in the end, whoever's right and has that correct bid will get points for it.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a really interesting mechanic. It has a lot of cool components, like little plastic poker chips and stuff like that.
Oh,
cool. Fun artwork and everything like that. So
yeah, this sounds very different from what we.
It is a very interesting mix of combination of mechanics, but I think they did it really well.
Yeah, well, I'm very curious now. Let's look inside Cursed Court. All right, Evan, it is Cursed Court.
Yes,
Cursed.
or Cursed.
How are you tomato?
Yeah, I like Cursed.
Cursed. It sounds fancier.
Yeah,
Cursed.
We are playing Lords, so
Lords and ladies, it's the Cursed Court. All right, so let's flip it over real quick. Here's the back of the box so you guys can see.
Kind of overview of what it looks like.
Yeah.
So the area you control is the board itself, and then you're going to be using your poker chips and crowns to bet. We'll go over it in a second, but this is the back of the box.
Back of the box.
Yeah,
cool.
This is from Atlas Games.
Yeah.
They make a lot of good stuff.
Heck yeah.
All right.
I'll hold the bottom.
All right.
Ooh, rules. We'll come back to the use.
Yeah, but it's not very big.
No, it's only a couple pages.
Thin, yeah. They have the board on the top, which is interesting, and that's because it's so organized. Look at that. But we'll come back to that. We will go over this board, if you will.
Yes.
Guide my hand.
Guide my hands. All right, so this is the board. I'll flip this one out real fast. You can see most of it there, yeah.
So it's very colorful, vibrant art style. Now, if you see on the very bottom, it goes the point tracker up to the right of the board. It doesn't go all around the board.
Right.
The biggest thing is
on the right. Or the left side, the top, there's no point.
The biggest thing is you're going to be taking these cards. These cards are going to be dealt out secretly. You're going to have one between each player surrounding the board, and they're going to be able to see. You're going to be able to see what cards are next to you. And then during the game, more cards are going to be added out that people can see. And you're going to be bidding on what cards you think are present. There's obviously 9 cards that are going to be in the game, all corresponding with these art styles. So obviously this is matching her. So if this one's out, you'll know that she's there, and you'll kind of bid on her. Okay. You can bid individually on the people. You get less points though, or you can bid on the pattern. So there's stuff like this one, which is for these 4. This one's these 4. This one's this row diagonally.
So I can put some chips on Chapel, and that basically says I think the pattern is these 4.
Yeah. If you put your chips on Chapel, you're bidding that these 4 people are present in the game.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. But there's different patterns you can do worth different points as well.
Okay.
And so if you chose individually, you get 1 point for that. If you chose 3, obviously 3, 4, and 4, stuff like that.
So this is kind of like, it reminds me a little bit of the roulette table where you can bid.
Yeah, no, that's actually a really good idea. Yeah, so you bid like black or red or anything like that.
And it's a little different though, but very
same.
similar. And then there's also that bluffing component that we were talking about too.
So these are the components. This is just the first person tracker.
There's your Illuminati tracker.
Yes, Illuminati.
You touched it first, so you're Illuminati.
Oh no, it's contagious.
It's just the first player tracker.
We have plastic poker chips, which is really cool. It's really well organized too. They have their own rows, just like in a little poker set. But
these actually feel pretty solid too.
Yeah, but the biggest component are going to be these crown kind of looking pieces.
Oh wow! Hey, the poker chips. Oh, okay. It's 2 sides. I thought they were different. They're 2 sides. Okay.
2 sides. Okay.
But they're all the same style. They're just different colors. Very cool.
These crowns are actually technically where you're going to be placing your bid, and then if someone tries to outbid you, they're going to put their crown down and then their poker chips under it. So for the count, you have a certain limit. You have 20 poker chips. So each time someone outbids you, they have to do at least double of what you're currently in.
At least double. Oh.
Yeah. So if you had this plus 4 poker chips, they're gonna have to do at least 8, or they can do more if they want. But since everyone has 20, if you make a bid of 11, obviously nobody can do 22. So you're gonna automatically get it. But you're using up over you're using up over half your poker chips.
If you're wrong, you're
and you might want to diversify and spread out just in case you are wrong, so you can still have a chance of getting points. And stuff like that.
Depends on how risk averse.
Yeah, exactly. So these are the crowns, and they're the same colors corresponding to the poker chips.
Very cool.
What's in that little baggie right there?
This baggie has little pegs. I bet these are for the score trackers.
Yeah, those are the
go around the board here.
Yep.
So, and then just because we like to check, is his vacuum form. There's nothing on the bottom of the box.
Nothing at the bottom.
So we're good to go there.
So yeah. So there's not a lot of components to it.
Yeah.
We're gonna go over the rule books too, but we've already basically explained everything in the game.
Yeah. I'm ready to play right now.
All right, let's just play.
Let's just play. No, we're gonna go through the rules real fast. We'll pause and flip the rules right now. All right, here we have the rules for Cursed Court.
Cursed Court.
Cursed Court.
Yes.
Cursed Court. All right, so we went over most of this as we talked about before. So, how to win? We love seeing that up front.
Yes.
It's basically a points game. Whoever gets the most points by the end of the game wins. The game is broken up into essentially 12 turns.
Yeah.
There's 3 years, but each year is 4 seasons.
4 seasons, yeah.
And then basically at the end of the 1 year, you pull all the stuff off and redeal. So you're basically playing 3 games that each are 4 turns.
But as the year progresses, more cards are added in.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's cool. Yeah, that's how that works. And then at the end of the entire game, you add up all the points for all 3 years, and that's how you turn a winner.
That's the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
The rules are nice too. It's only what, 6 pages long?
Yeah, it's super short.
Really short. So it's not a hard game to learn by any means.
No, no.
If you're already familiar with poker or gambling or anything like that,
yeah.
Any of those kinds of games, it should be pretty familiar to you.
Yeah.
But it's going to go over like what happens at the beginning of each year, what happens at the end of each season.
Essentially, like we talked about, but every adjacent set of players is going to get a card drawn between them.
Yes.
So if we had 3 players, there'd be 3 cards drawn. Each player would essentially get to look at their card to the left and right of them. And so you wouldn't have perfect information, but you would know 2 out of the 3 cards. This is a pretty good start.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then as the year progresses, each season more cards are dealt out, and then you're going to be placing your bets on what pattern you think it's going to be.
Yeah.
Which is kind of how that plays out. And then folks are going to try to outbid you and stuff like that to knock your stack of crowns off.
Definitely. Yeah.
So, and you're just trying to end the game with the most points.
Yeah, that's really it. And then there's scoring at the very end. That's basically it.
Yeah.
There's not much to this game, but it's got some strategy. You kind of have to play your players instead of the game and stuff like that. So yeah.
And there are we flipped through it real quick, but there are some alternate rules variations if you want to play those too. So it's got some freshness to it, but I really like the fact that the cards are dealt randomly and you're having to constantly kind of read other people's reactions on betting. So
yeah, and you can also bluff people by going in certain places. So yeah, definitely
cool stuff. Yeah, well, let's hop out for a really fast recap. Well, that was Cursed Court. Cursed
Court.
Is it cursed or cursed?
Cursed, it's tomato. Does not matter.
Cursed Court.
Yes.
Really cool looking game, man.
Yeah, it really is. It's a interesting mechanic.
We talk about that a lot, but the mechanics of the game are very different from what we see.
It's just so different, but it's a lot of fun. It's kind of a push your luck. Like you may not know all the information that's on the board or present, so you have to use your power of deduction.
Definitely a
Sherlock Holmes would love this game. He would rock it.
You got to go to your mind palace and just Sherlock Holmes.
But just like in betting too, I mean, you can kind of like use statistics like what's the likelihood of that card being there.
Right.
But yeah, it's a cool mechanic and a lot of fun.
This is one of those games too, like the more information you can gather about what the other players are doing and the more you can use your powers of deduction, the better you're going to be at the game.
But just like in betting too, you can kind of bluff people too.
Yeah.
You can bet somewhere that you know it's not correct, but people will think, oh, he may know something I don't, and they will go there as well.
Especially because of the shared information mechanics of the game. It really can throw some curveballs. So
yes.
Really cool stuff. Let's crunch some numbers on this one real fast. Cursed Court is 2 to 6 players as we saw. What's the runtime on this one?
It is 30 minutes to 45 minutes.
30 to 45 minutes, and it's ages 14 and up.
Based off the complexity, I think, and betting, I guess.
The betting and the bluffing, because bluffing an 8-year-old, not that hard.
No, it really isn't. It's like taking candy from a baby.
It really
That's
is.
the next step up.
That's
bluffing a 8-year-old.
Bluffing a 6-year-old. Anyway, so what's the price point on this one?
It is $49.95.
Yeah, and again, it's got a lot of replay value in there just because of the way. This is one of those games that you're playing against the other. You're playing the players and not so much the rules.
Exactly.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You're trying to read the players.
Yeah.
It's kind of like poker in that way. So.
But it has a cool mechanics, and the pieces are awesome as well.
Oh yeah, they look great. Yeah. So this one brand new?
Brand new, just came out.
It's in stores now. Go check it out. I'm Adam Harry from Bulls.
I'm Evan from Lair Comics and Fantasy.
And this has been another Tabletop Spotlight. Thanks again for watching. Tabletop Spotlight brought to you by Lair Comics and Fantasy. Thanks for watching.